Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kyra, and here on this channel, we love our makeup. And that makeup doesn't necessarily need to be Instagram or editorial. It just needs to be real makeup for real life and real people like us. Today's video is all about my top 5 Charlotte Tilbury products. This video was requested by the beautiful Angela from Beauty and Life with Angela. She'll of course be linked down below, and thank you to her for this idea. I did do a video a while ago, I believe, ranking all of my Charlotte Tilbury products. I've added a few since then, and I do think, you know, opinions and thoughts and loves and not so much loves sort of ebb and flow as you use products more and more. But for these products today, these are the ones that have stayed tried and true throughout the entire journey of acquiring Charlotte Tilbury makeup. Charlotte Tilbury is definitely one of my favorite brands. She checks all the boxes for me. It has beautiful packaging, beautiful quality products that look beautiful on the skin. They make me feel beautiful, and that is why I am happy to do this video today and share with you my top 5. So the first product that I want to share with you is one that I've had for quite some time and probably has the most use and abuse of all of the products I'll talk about today, and that is this face palette. It's the Instant Look at a Palette Gorgeous Glowing Beauty. I'm not for sure if she still has this one out, but there are many versions of this type of product. In fact, some of the newer ones, instead of this big slice of highlight here, there's actually even a face powder, which is like her airbrush flawless finish face powder, which I am wearing today. I'm wearing this entire palette today, though I didn't use this pop sort of highlighty glowy blush, but the rest of the products, I have all 3 of these shades on my eyes, this blush, the bronzer, and the highlight. I love these products. This is one of my favorite lid shades in my entire collection. It's just stunning. It's just glossy, it's not gold, it's not champagne, and it's just beautiful on the eyes. I feel like her eyeshadows as a whole, whether it's in these face palettes or her longer full-size eyeshadow palettes, or even some of the quads, they are very flattering on the eyes. They actually give a smoothing quality to the lids. So if you suffer with texture and things like that on your eyelids, which is a natural process of life, is it not? I find these eyeshadows to help reduce that appearance a little bit. I love all the products in this palette. I love how compact it is. The packaging, as always, is just absolutely stunning, and that is one of my favorites in my top 5. But while we're talking about face palettes, I also want to mention her Cheek to Chic blushes. This is the one in Pillow Talk. I have another shade as well, but this is my favorite. It has, you know, a slice around, going around the outside of this beautiful sort of glowy sunburny blush, and then the middle is what she calls the pop, and when you layer this over top of the blush, it gives the most incredible glossy, juicy looking cheek. And honestly, I could wear this like all the time. It is absolutely beautiful. That top shade, as it sheers across the cheek, it does give that glassy, glossy skin finish that has become so popular in the last couple of years. And of course, I love a good sunburny terracotta meets rust sort of blush tone. This is a huge favorite of mine. I've had it for quite some time. It was one of my first Charlotte Tilbury products, and it's one I continue to reach for over and over again. The powders are smooth, buttery, they apply beautifully, and they don't emphasize texture. Next, let's talk about my favorite eyeshadow product from Charlotte Tilbury, and it is not one of her palettes. This again was one of my very first products that I bought from the brand, and it is her Eyes to Mesmerize cream eyeshadow. Now she has since renamed and added shades to this line. This was originally called Marie Antoinette, but it is now called Oyster Pearl, and it's just a stunning shade. This is my go-to one and done eyeshadow shade. It's sort of a bronze shade, but it has like a cooler tone taupe reflect to it, and it just looks stunning on the eyes. And because the top shimmery layer is lighter than that base pigment, when you put this on your lid and then you take a little bit of an eyeshadow brush and blend it out in your crease, it looks multi-dimensional. It looks like you have multiple shades of eyeshadow on your lid without using multiple eyeshadows. It is one of the quickest eyeshadow looks that I have ever done, and it's one that I do over and over again. It is so quick and so easy. I even wore this the one and only day that I applied makeup while I was in rehab for my broken leg, and it's just gorgeous. I always get compliments on it. I think probably any of the shades are good. It is just like this soft, moussey texture. I'm finally getting close, I think, to hitting pan on mine, but if I ever do use this up, I will immediately repurchase it in the same shade. I just love this. Lastly, let's talk lips. I am wearing a Charlotte Tilbury lipstick today. It is not my favorite, but it is from the same line of lipsticks, and that is her Matte Revolution lipsticks. These lipsticks are comfortable, but they are matte. However, they're also very thin, so they don't feel thick or drying on the lips whatsoever. They wear beautifully, and any shade that you find that you really like, I would highly recommend this formula. Now, the one that I'm wearing is a favorite because my husband picked it out for me, and it's just a tone that I really love. It's sort of a dusty rose, verging on red, like a bricky, toasty kind of red, but it is so easy to wear. These do not fade or travel outside of the lip lines at all. However, my all-time favorite shade in this formula is Very Victoria. It is my perfect nude, and I have used quite a bit of mine, and that is what it looks like. It's just perfect. This is my perfect nude. I wear it a ton because it is the perfect one for me, and again, like I said, the formula is outstanding. However, if I had to recommend a very innovative product, I would recommend her lip cheats. These are the lip pencils from Charlotte Tilbury, and these are by far the longest lasting lip pencils I have ever tried. And I love lip liners, so I have tried quite a bit, and this is the shade Iconic Nude. These are quite pricey, but I feel like totally worth it. And for me and my lip tone, my natural lip color, I feel like this is my perfect nude lip liner. These, when you apply them, I would apply them on what I would say dry lips. And that means, like, if you've put any lip balm or anything like that on your lips prior to applying your lip products, I would dab that off with a tissue or what have you, and then go in with this lip liner. And before you apply your lipstick, let this sit for 30 seconds to a minute, and this will not budge. I mean, it's not a liquid lipstick. It's not necessarily going to be there all day, but it beats out any and every lip liner that I have tried, including my previous Holy Grail MAC Whirl. So I do highly recommend this. I also have the shade Walk of No Shame. This is a mini that came in a kit with the Walk of No Shame lipstick. Actually, that would be kind of pretty with Bond Girl here, but That is walk of no shame, and I have also worn these all on their own. Line the lips, fill in the lips, put on a beautiful gloss, and call it a day. So while these are definitely an investment, I do feel like I'm getting my money's worth because of the innovation of the formula and how long lasting that they are. So those are my top 5 Charlotte Tilbury products that I have to share with you today. If you're familiar with the brand, what are your favorite products? I think Charlotte Tilbury really does luxury right. And while there are brands that are much more expensive than hers, I do feel like the pricing is fair for the quality that you receive in return. But everybody has to make the decision about whether something is worth the price or not. That's not something I can tell you. I can tell you what a product is like. I can tell you if I personally feel like my money was well spent, but the rest is up to you. I'm just here to give you the facts and sort of weed out of all of the products from Charlotte Tilbury, my top 5 favorites. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, you could give a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. That way you can be here for my next video. I did want to mention that I have started a Patreon. I have waited out a long time for starting this, even though many people have encouraged me to do so in the past. And basically what it amounts to is a membership each month, and you can choose your tier, your price point, your level of interest, and receive some exclusive content from myself in return. So I will have my Patreon link down below. I'm gonna mention it in the next few videos just for, hopefully that everybody can know that that is an option, and I will always have it linked down in the description box as well in case you're curious, in case you're interested. I mentioned this year that the only money that I'll be spending on makeup this year comes from what I make on YouTube, and that will also include my Patreon. So if you do choose to support this channel in that way, I very, very much thank you. And just know that that goes back into the content and the products that I get to share with you. So with all of that said, I hope all of your makeup days are absolutely beautiful makeup days, and I will see you in my next video soon. And it is her eyes to So those are my top 5 Charlotte Tilbury products that I have to share with you today.